Hello and welcome to the BatFlip Crazy YouTube channel. This is actually our first video we are going to do in the history of the channel, so thank you so much for watching along. We have a podcast at BatFlip Crazy, and yesterday we were diving into some power metrics for some hitters this year to see what we're anticipating moving forward for them, whether the power metrics they had shown so far were under or overperforming what we were expected. And as I was going through those power metrics, two of the metrics that I used were hard hit fly ball rate and hard hit pulled fly ball rate. Now, these are metrics that aren't widely available to fantasy baseball players unless you know a little bit about how to navigate Fangraphs and other websites. I use fangraphs.com. It has comprehensive information for your fantasy baseballing needs. If you are playing fantasy baseball, you are likely very familiar with this website. If you are not, then you definitely need to get yourself more familiar, and I am here to help you out. So what we're going to do first is we are going to go to a player page. Now I'm just going to choose a page at random. If I look right here, normally you can just type in whichever player you want to research. Right here, I'm going to go to Jose Ramirez. He's a guy who we've seen move from a contact hitter, average contact hitter, into somebody who has a little bit more power. So he might be a good example of somebody where we can take a look at his hard hit fly ball rate. I'm just going to click on Jose Ramirez right there. And this is the Fangraphs player page right here. Jose Ramirez. It's got a ton of information, as you can see. You can kind of scroll through here. I actually have a customized dashboard, with a bunch of different information on there. But you can scroll through and see everything that's available to you. But if we're looking for hard hit fly ball rate and hard hit pull ball rate, what we really want to be looking at is the splits tool. Now, the splits tool you can use for a variety of different splits outside of your traditional splits, whether it's lefty versus righty, whether it's home or away, whether it's batting order, whether it's hard hit fly ball rate, whatever it is a fantastic tool to get familiar with. I go right here to splits, and then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click on the splits tool right here. And this is going to take us to the splits tool page right here. Now, there are a variety of things to do here, but what we really care about is hard hit fly ball rate. So you can kind of see the different splits that you can look at. Pretty cool stuff. This is the top splits right here, and then this is your dashboard down here. So this is kind of your standard statistical measures, your outcomes, if you will. Advanced gets into things like BABIP and OBP, slugging, WRC+, WOBA, things of that nature. So also helpful. And then the batted balls is the one that I actually use the most within the splits tool. And that just gives us a sense of the quality of batted ball, the type of batted ball in different situations for players. So we're going to leave this on batted ball right here. We're going to scroll up and we're going to go to batted balls right here. And as you can see, these are the filters right here. So if we wanted to see some of these metrics only on ground balls, we would click here. Only on fly balls, we would click here. Only on line drives here. Soft, medium, hard contact, so on and so forth. So we're going to go to batted balls. We're going to click on fly balls. And this is going to give us all of the metrics that we want, all of the statistics that we want on fly balls that Jose Ramirez has hit. Now, right here, you can see this is every year that he's played, obviously. And so if we're looking for hard hit fly ball rate, we just look at, this is all fly balls again. He's hit 138 already this year. And when we scroll over here, we see that his hard hit fly ball rate is 42.8% this year. Now, we know that he's having the best power season of his career. And not surprisingly, he's also having his best hard hit fly ball rate of his career at 42.8%, which is about 7% above league average. Now you can see kind of the progression from right here to right here, and see how that home run per fly ball rate changes as that hard hit fly ball rate increases. Now we can also see other things about his fly balls. In addition to hard hit rate, we can see other metrics about how hard he's hitting them, medium, soft. And then this is a really critical one right here, is what percentage of his fly balls is he pulling? What percentage of his fly balls is he hitting to center field? And then what percentage is he hitting to the opposite field? So this gives us a sense of his spray chart of where those fly balls are going. And what we want to see is a high pull percentage. But what we really want to see when we're looking at power metrics, we don't really care whether he's hitting medium or soft fly balls, because 99.9% of the time, those are not going to be going for home runs, which is kind of the power metric that we're looking into or we're investigating in this particular instance. If you were interested in something else, other power metrics, then it may be a little bit more interesting, right? If you were looking more at slugging percentage or things of that nature, it's still very relevant. But what we want to look at is what percentage of hard hit fly balls is Jose Ramirez pulling. I'll go up here. We've already used the filter of fly balls. Now we're going to use the filter of hard. So this is going to give us all the hard hit fly balls that Jose Ramirez has hit. Right here we see he's hit 59 hard hit fly balls so far this year. And when we're going to be really interested in this pull percentage, and I'll show you in a second why we're interested in that. So his pull percentage on fly balls is 50.8%, which is about 15% above league average, which is really elite stuff. That's great. And then when we look at last year, it's even better than last year when he had an above league average percentage. Actually, excuse me, I was thinking about hard hit fly ball rate. Hard hit pulled fly ball rate, the league average is about 32.5%. So he's well above average there. So not only is he hitting more hard hit fly balls, but he is also he's pulling more of them. And so we're going to expect more power, just like we are seeing. So that supports it. And what's cool is you can also see volume. So already this year, he's got 59 hard hit fly balls, whereas last year he had a total of 70. So he's going to blow past that number this year. Now, what we can also do is look at all of his hard hit pulled fly balls, just from a volume perspective, by going right here and clicking pull as a filter too. So already this year, Jose Ramirez has 30 hard hit pulled fly balls compared to 27 last year. So he's already got more than last year and more than 2016. And what we can also see here is look at that home run per fly ball rate. When we're just looking at hard hit pulled fly balls, for Jose Ramirez, that's at 70%, 77.8%. The league average is about, or in the past, it's been 63%. But what I'll do is I can actually show you how we go about looking that up. So if I want to look at the major league average for hard hit fly ball rate and then hard hit pulled fly ball rate, I go up here to leaders, and then I can go to the split leaderboard right here, which is essentially kind of a league-wide split tool. And then I'm going to go up here to stats, MLB, because we want the Major League Baseball average. I'm going to go over here to fly balls, update, and then I can just go right here to the batted ball tab, and we can see that actually the hard hit fly ball rate, the average is 37.8%. So Jose Ramirez is actually, I believe he was at 42.8%. So he's actually only about 5% of league average, but he's hitting such a large volume of them, and he's pulling so many of them that he's getting a lot of home runs. So when we look at just fly balls, the home run per fly ball rate is 12.1%. All right, so let's look at hard hit fly balls. So hard hit fly balls. Actually, I'm going to go back. So this is for all fly balls. So you can see 23.6% fly balls pulled, pretty low percentage. Now we're going to go to hard hit fly balls. So this is all hard hit fly balls. So you see of hard hit fly balls, 31.4% of hard hit fly balls go for home runs. Now let's say we wanted to look at this. This is where it gets really interesting. You can really geek out. Look at medium. Yep. This is 0.5%, right? So 99.5% of home runs are hard hit fly balls. Let's get out of there. We're interested in hard hit fly balls. We're going to go right here. Going to update. So the average for hard hit fly balls, the home run per fly ball rate is 31.4%. The average pull percentage is 32.5%. Remember, Jose Ramirez was at 50%, right? Center field, oppo. Now, what we can do here is let's go to hard hit pulled fly balls. And this is really going to show you why hard hit pulled fly balls are so critical. Let's go here. Now take a look at that home run per fly ball rate. On hard hit pulled fly balls, more often than not, you are going to get a home run. Now, obviously, it depends on the player, right? Because we're not going solely off of exit velocity in this instance. This is an algorithm that I think it's Baseball Info Solutions uses to identify hard hit fly balls based on trajectory and things like that. And it lines up fairly well with exit velocity, but not entirely. But anyway, so 60.9% of hard hit pulled fly balls go for home runs, which shows you why that's such an important power metric. And especially for guys who don't have a ton of power, it's critical. In the last podcast, I talked about Brian Dozier, right? He's a guy whose barrel per plate appearance has never been really high. I think it was like 5.8% last year when he hit 34 home runs, but he hit so many hard hit pulled fly balls that he doesn't have to crush the ball to hit home runs, right? So, and you can see how this changes things, right? So we saw that 12.1% of fly balls are home runs, 60.9% of hard hit pulled fly balls are home runs. Now let's take a look at center field. Home run per fly ball rate is 17.1%, right? So a big drop there. And then if we go to oppo, it's down to 17.3% right here of hard hit opposite field fly balls go for home runs. So much lower, right? So that shows you why hard hit pulled fly balls are such a good power metric to look at, in addition to just hard hit fly balls, right? Hard hit fly balls are going out at, what was it, 31.4%, I believe it was, 31.4%. So that's key, and then pulling them is even more key. So that has been a little bit of an investigation into hard hit fly balls, hard hit pulled fly balls, how to look them up, and why they're such critical power metrics when we look at things like, is somebody's home run per fly ball rate sustainable? Or is an increase in power makes sense if a hard hit fly ball rate is down considerably, or the hard hit pulled fly ball rate is down considerably? So these are the different factors that you want to look at. So this has been the first ever video on the BatFlip Crazy YouTube channel. Really hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's been educational. Hope you've been able to learn a lot about both how to look up hard hit pulled fly balls and hard hit fly balls and why they are important power metrics. If you've liked what you've seen, please like the video, subscribe to our channel. You can follow me on Twitter at BatFlip Crazy, on Facebook, BatFlip Crazy Fantasy, on Instagram, BatFlip Crazy, and then the blog is batflipcrazy.com. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Take care.